What's good, everybody? It's your boy Legendary at it again. Second time. We finna win. No, I'm just playing. But we jumping into the series. We jumping into the episode. I am a 7th septuplet. Septuplets? What is a septuplets? But anywho, we checking out this video by ETU Animations. They be killing it with these series, boo. Without further ado, let's hop in.
Hi there, my name's Dylan, and I'm going to tell you about my very large and complicated family, and about how they completely mistreated me my first 18 years of living.
Damn.
And to top it off, about how 2 of my own sisters may have gained a crush on me.
Wow.
Before I get into it, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and want to show your support. And if you want to see more videos like this, then hit that subscribe button. Now, I have 6 sisters, and we're all septuplets, meaning my mom had 7 kids in one go.
Damn.
Pretty amazing, and bizarre at the same time.
How does she not die?
Obviously, I'm the anomaly of the kids. I was born a boy, and not a girl, like my sisters.
You just have one
I think
kid,
my parents were kind of disappointed because of it.
How many kids?
Anyways, to get introductions out of the way, I'm the youngest, by like 10 minutes. Emily is the oldest. She's not that much older than us, but she has no qualms in gloating about the fact she came out first. She never really socialized with us unless she had to. She kind of had that business CEO feel. The second oldest is Luna, and she is, to put it bluntly, a star. All throughout high school, she was probably the most athletic person there. She was very social, but could also dropkick you if warranted. The third oldest is Aubrey, and she's probably the most affectionate person I know. Her love language is definitely physical touch. She even manages to get Emily to hug her, and she doesn't even hug our parents. Aubrey is also sensitive, so if you don't give her a hug or return her affection, she'll think it's something she did, and kind of deflate for a while.
Oh my god.
She normally gets over it quickly, though. The fourth oldest is Gianna, and she's never home. Ever. She's an absolute social butterfly, and I think she prefers hanging out and meeting with new people than with her family.
Wow.
No one in my family knows how she's so social, but it can be helpful on occasion. The fifth oldest is Ashley. And she's... well, I don't mean this derogatively, but she gets around a lot. My mom and dad are always worried about her, but I'll...
What? Well, hold on, time out. I know he ain't talking about what I think he talking about. I can't say it, but I know what he's saying. Okay.
Also do their best to help prepare her beforehand. Emily thinks it's a waste of time and energy, but Ashley doesn't really pay attention. That's one thing that's great about Ashley. She just doesn't listen to anything negative about her. I think that's why people are so drawn to her nature. And the sixth oldest, or the second youngest, is Keelani. And she's, well, to put it simply, concerning. She's more of a recluse than all of us, and tends to stay in her room. When she does come out for dinner, or family time, she always talks about the games she plays and how rated 18 plus they can get. My mom and dad think it's a phase. My other sisters and I think it's rather concerning. There were a few times where I would catch Keelani playing around with the bugs in our basement.
Ugh.
It was creepy. I never went back down there again. Anyway, despite all of them being so fundamentally different, all of them have something in common. All 6 of them, even my parents, like to baby me and treat me as if I'm the same as the rest of them.
Wow.
Which I'm not. My parents were expecting all girls, and they didn't bother to change anything when I came along. We were all technically like twins, but we still had our individuality.
Like a girl.
Me more so than them. But despite that, my parents treated me exactly like them. And I mean exactly like them.
Bro, you know who I'm pissed off? Let me rewind this shit. You know I'm pissed off? Damn! this nigga. Why you gonna baby your own son? Like, why would you do that? You literally gonna... How can you sit there and let your son wear makeup? How? You are a man. How can you let another man do that? A man that you create to sit there and put on makeup. Man, you gotta be ashamed of yourself.
Exactly like them. When I first realized that my parents were projecting their want for a girl onto me, I told them that I didn't want to be treated like a girl. I wanted to be treated like myself, a boy. They didn't really take me seriously. My parents treated me as if I was a baby girl.
Wow.
Literally. All of the clothes I wore were hand-me-downs of my older sisters. Not only were they not my style, but they also weren't my size. I was taller than all of them. But when I asked my mom to buy me clothes I wanted to wear, she just took me to the women's section of the store. I gave up after the first trip. I figured whatever my sisters had was better than what my mom would pick for me. Though, it was embarrassing for me to go to school wearing the same things as my sisters.
Wow.
I wasn't comfortable in the clothes I was wearing to begin with, and some of the students didn't make it any better. I did tell my parents about what people said behind my back, or straight to my face. And they just said, it's like that sometimes, and to suck it up and deal with it. That was the last time I talked to them about something like that.
Man, I can go give me a job and get my own clothes.
I noticed
like
close to around middle school age that my parents took time out of their day to talk with me. And not like normally. I mean, they literally took time out of their busy days to talk to me. They didn't do that with any of my sisters. But none of them seemed to mind. In fact, they encouraged me to accept anything that my parents offered me. My mom would come home from her job with food only for me, or presents, or something she thought I'd like. My father did that, but only with his attention. None of my sisters seemed bothered by the fact that they seemed to favor me.
I'd be scared. I'd be scared.
Some people would call me crazy for not taking advantage of it.
Bro, I'd be scared.
They treated me so...
every day?
Tantalizing.
Every day?
Yes, I was the youngest, but I'm still 18. Not to mention, they also favored me by treating me like my sisters. Buying me women's clothes if I didn't accept my older sister's hand-me-downs, or decorating my room with stuff from their rooms. Again, not my style. They know that, but they choose to ignore me. There was one time where we were invited to a relative's wedding. I managed to convince my mom to get me a suit, as it was in the dress code that men wear suits or tuxedos, and the women wear dresses, or something along those lines. My mom told me she'd pick one out for me, and that I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't expect her to actually get me one, but
I would have
worried
worried about it.
The only problem was, it was a women's suit. How did I know? Because I literally saw it on display at the store we shopped at. I don't actually think either of my parents know what my correct clothing size was.
Wow.
Because it was too tight. I had to suffer through 5 hours of that. When I got older, closer around 16, I decided to start working out. Not only for health benefits, but for my own personal reasons. I wanted to gain muscles, or at least some muscles, to make my parents realize that I'm their son, and not their daughter. I mean, sure, no matter how much I work out, Luna could probably beat me in a fight. Any day. But still, it's the thought that counts. I secretly shopped at thrift stores to find clothes that I liked. And whenever I wore them, my parents would start screaming at me, saying that their child's being taken away from them. I know for a fact that they wanted to say daughter, but I know if they did, I would have lost it. One day, I finally lost it. My mom wasn't really paying attention, too busy with working. I gave her something that she needed, and she told me that if I wanted something to eat, there was some food in the fridge. I said, "Thanks, Mother," and she replied with, "No problem, daughter." She realized what she said very quickly because she told me she didn't mean to say that. It just came out. I told her it only came out because she's been dying to call me that. I told her there was no other explanation. My name was Dylan. I was about a foot taller than my oldest sister, my voice was deeper, and I obviously had physical differences. My mom and I got into a heated argument, and I ended up storming to my room. I didn't talk to her for the rest of the night.
That's
At
tough.
some point, my sister Keelani came in with a, "Hey sis." I told her to get out of my room, but she didn't relent.
I'm like, get your ass up out of here before I pick you up and just throw your ass up out of here. The fuck wrong with you? How the hell you gonna come in my room and say, sister, like, do you care how I feel? Like, do you even care? Do I exist? Like, bro, how you gonna say this? Like, how you gonna do this? Like, you don't even care how I feel? Y'all just gonna say, hi, daughter. I'm a man. I'm a man. How are y'all calling me a woman and I got muscles? This don't make no. Back to the video.
He told me not to be so dramatic and to just get over it. Sometimes.
Oh!
Sometimes I wondered if my parents' projection influenced my sisters as well. Certainly seemed like it. Basically, she told me that what my mom said was an accident, and I didn't need to forgive her, but just get over it, because it was quote-unquote annoying to listen to. Well, she wasn't wrong with that.
I'm like, you annoying to look at. Get out of my room. Get out of my life. What the fuck wrong with you? How the hell you gonna come in my room and say, what's up, sister? Just don't even care. Just don't even care. Just come in my room, say hi, sister, and don't even care how I feel about it. Just don't even care. Don't even care. You want my sister, man? I would have had to turn to Chris Brown if you wasn't my sister. I would have had to transform like Ben 10 and turn to Chris Brown. Woo! They doing this man dirty, bro. They just doing him dirty. They just doing homie dirty, bro. They did him dirty. Then the funny thing is, he said he had to sit through this for 18 years, bro. Imagine sitting through this, after going through your life. You're a teenager, like 14 or 15, and your mama buying you women clothes. You got your boys. Y'all finna go to the movies and stuff, and you trying to get some new clothes, and your mama buy you some women clothes. Bro, I hope your friends is good friends, because if they not, they gonna be capping the shit on you, bro. They gonna be capping. They gonna be firing your ass up and laughing at you too. And then she said, get over it. Like, bro. I feel sad for homie, bro. I feel sad for dude. I feel sad for bro. I feel sad for him. Like, he didn't have to go through this. He didn't have to suffer this. And this is another thing. I wonder, is these stories real? Is these stories even real? Well, that's me. Let's get back into it.
Everything that happened that night seemed to have been brushed under the rug. Though my relationships with all my family were tense, it didn't affect much. My parents still treated me like a girl, like a daughter. But there was one time where two of my sisters, Gianna and Aubrey, were out together. Luna usually went out with them, but she was busy at practice. Gianna called me and was like,
"Why she running with regular clothes on? She got no gym,
can you pick us up?
Gym shorts,
she
no
didn't give me a
track
reason,
meet suit or
but
nothing. She just running in regular clothes."
I drove to where they were. They were at the small diner for a quick lunch. However, they couldn't leave because they were being cornered by this dude. I understood why Luna usually went with them. Both Aubrey and Gianna were socially sensitive, so they don't handle harassment well. I didn't know what the guy wanted, but that didn't matter. He was making them uncomfortable. I told the dude to back off and to leave them alone. I've never gotten into a physical fight, but the working out paid off. The dude did leave with a couple of unsavory comments. I asked them if they were both okay, but they just hooked onto my arms and said that I was really brave. I wasn't sure what they meant by that. But I took them home. Both of them ranted and raved about it to the rest of the family, saying that I was their hero. Even though Luna probably did it better, she seemed to be impressed. All of them saw me as some sort of hero. After that, Aubrey and Gianna stayed close to me. Like, eerily close. Usually it was them and Luna, but they kinda just left her in the dust for me.
Damn.
I don't know why. Whenever I would announce I was going out, Aubrey and Gianna were right by my side, all giggly and bouncy. I didn't mind spending time with them, but they acted very differently than before. They would wrap their arms around my own and occasionally squeeze my muscles, commenting on how strong and firm they were. Once they asked my parents if it was okay to move their beds into my bedroom. None of them saw a problem with it. One time, I woke up with the two of them in my bed. I took to sleeping on the couch for a week
after that. Bro, that would have crossed the line for me. I'd have been like, hey, see, something's going on here. I would have been like, fuck, I'm doing that, bro. I would have been like, see, y'all doing the most, y'all need to chill. Or it's gonna be a whole lot of red up in here. A whole lot of, oh, let me close the door. Sure.
Besides that, the main problem still stands. Even though I've tried to prove time and time again that I'm not a daughter, they still won't listen to me and make me extremely uncomfortable sometimes. What do you think I should do? I never thought this was something I'd ask of other people.
Call police. Police. Help. Call police. Get up out of there. That's a dangerous world. That's a cold, cold world outside.
But I really want to hear your opinion.
This is his place, man. Your family, bro, they got some weird stuff going on, bro. They got some weird kinky stuff going on, bro. They got some old sweet Alabama going on up in there. How you got two sisters that want to sleep in your same bed, bro? That's some whole sweet Alabama. Whew.
So leave a comment down below. Any form of advice would be helpful.
Well, bro. Coronavirus! No, I'm playing. What is going on with me? Peace out, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Peace out.